5 o'clock on Thursday night out in California. We got our second podcast tonight. I'm with Brett Davis, my buddy, co-host, and I'm Larry Delrose.
And where are we coming from?
We're coming from the beautiful studio of IQ Podcast in Coronado, California. So, Brett, before we start, I want to give some sympathy to the flood victims in San Diego. People all around the country are watching us on the news. And my heart is just feeling really sorry because we haven't had too much in Coronado or Chula Vista, fortunately, right?
Right. National City got hit hard.
National City?
Really hard. A lot of people actually are out of their homes right now.
Our buddy Ron, mayor, he must be.
He's going to DC to try to get money to help that situation.
He's a busy man. So, I just feel sorry for those people. Actually, ever since I've been a little kid, when I watched the hurricane people and all these tragedies, and I just feel, can you imagine your whole house goes, all your computer stuff, your pictures, your clothes? I mean, oh my goodness, it's just unbelievable.
I don't think anybody in San Diego ever thinks about flood insurance because it really ever rains.
Yeah, right. I know. And it's hard to get flood insurance too. All right. So now we want to talk about one of the main things that we're doing this podcast with on Thursday nights is to talk about the sewage a little bit. And then to talk about other things, of course, but we want to bring you up to date on the sewage because that's our big thing since we did the movie, The Big Dump. Mm-hmm. And we want to bring all our audience up to date a little bit every week on this. So I think the new information is now that the U.S. representatives and everybody involved with this now, trying to get Congress to get us this other $310 million, wants data from the Navy on how many days they had to cancel the training or relocate the training of the Navy SEALs. So it says in this article here that was in the San Diego newspaper that it was like 0 times that they had to cancel anything in 2021. Then it went into the 25 times 2022, and they haven't given the number of what happened in 2023 so far. That's a big number.
Oh, it's going to be
everybody's waiting for that number.
That's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge. So that's what they're waiting for. Now, if we get that number and it's big, do you think that's going to move the needle now for?
Well, I think everything. I think everything. Not to beat our own drum, but I think the movie, the timing that we did the movie was perfect because things have been kind of idle for a while. And I think when the movie came out, it caused a little bit of a stir. And I think what's happened is now people, it's their movie and they're doing.
Yeah, right. It's their movie.
So, for example, a Rotary Club of Coronado is sending a letter that they're pinning to the Secretary of the Navy that I understand. I was told last week.
Fabulous.
That I guess people know him in town. So there's a passion for people for this to be done the right way.
It's funny you say that because I feel it's everybody's movie now too.
It's
not ours anymore. It's just everybody's. And it's being used as a tool in Washington, D.C. When they show congressmen that they want their vote, they tell them, look at this movie so you know what it is. Because a lot of them know nothing about it. So, okay. Well, what else do you think we got to update them on sewage?
Well, I think the film's being looked at by the Emmys right now.
Oh, yeah. Great.
And we have to figure out, we have to talk about that because.
Well, that's your and Sarah's thing. Thank you, Sarah, for getting that going for us. That's our producer,
You're
Sarah
welcome.
Morga, Brett's wife. We don't have her on camera right now, but one day we will let you see who's behind the curtain.
Can they hear you okay?
I believe so.
Okay, great. So anyway, this is the headline that I love. I keep carrying it around with me. Representative Peters, which I love him.
Yeah,
I showed him.
He's a good guy.
Sarah and you showed him the movie personally. We spent a lot of time with him. Says the Navy SEALs are forced to train in polluted waters with human feces. I carry this thing around with me now because this is the first time that they really started putting pressure on the Navy and telling them, hey, you guys got to do something. And now this other thing with how many times they had to relocate, stop, training and all that. So we're putting the pressure on them. We really need them to say one sentence. If they would just say that the Tijuana sewage is affecting the readiness and the training of the Navy SEALs, boom, that would be it.
So the readiness is more important than now ever because of what's going on worldwide. Yeah, and we don't know what's going to happen with the whole Russia, Iran,
I know.
situation that's going on, China. And so those are the best fighters in the world that we have here in Coronado. Yeah. And to say can you imagine canceling training because of the ocean? And so how are they able to train?
I know.
Have you guys seen anybody out there?
Not recently.
I haven't seen
live
anyone.
right there. I haven't seen
I
anybody.
hope
And
not.
You guys walk every day. No.
Well, with the 14.5 billion gallons of sewage going into the waters, this was the storm before this one. That was a week and a half ago?
Yeah.
I wonder what this storm is going to bring in.
Well, that's what you said. The numbers are going to be.
I'm looking for those numbers. I can't find it right now. So it's scary.
I love Danny on our last show, the first show. This is our second show, folks. It'll be every Thursday, 5 o'clock. And he said, "Oh, I don't go swimming. Remember, I don't go swimming. You could die." He said, "You could die in there."
He hasn't been in a long time.
Yeah,
that's right.
We have the doctors coming on next week.
Oh yeah, we got the doctors coming on next week. That's going to be really good.
Yes,
they're going to give us some really up-to-date information. Right. They'll probably have seen a spike in people coming to their clinic.
Oh yeah. So we're going to get down and dirty on the emergency room. This is an emergency room husband and wife doctor team. That's going to be a really good show next week.
Yeah, they're going to talk about the air quality.
Oh.
How it's in the air and everybody's coming into their clinic sick, not even going in the water because they're breathing it in.
Yeah.
And Mayor Paloma Aguirre, she's a big advocate for that because that's her city.
Yeah. She said she wants to come down with John Duncan and
John McCann
and talk about their trip to DC. So we'll be having them in studio probably in a couple weeks.
That's great. Really great. So, okay, well, let's leave this sad thing and put on our happy faces. Better. Okay, let's talk about some entertainment movies. So I watched, Brett and Sarah did too, the making of We Are the World video with all those artists doing that 27 years ago or 37 years ago or whenever, long time.
How many years ago, Sarah?
When was that?
I don't know. It was a long time ago.
Was it 70s?
No, it was almost like 40.
85?
It was 84. And
Okay,
84. I think it was 84.
Okay, so it's on 40. Oh, it's going 40-year anniversary. Okay.
84.
The thing what's amazing is I'm glad that they filmed that event because it really was historical.
Oh, I
don't think anybody realized what was involved with making that one song.
I loved it, folks. You got to watch it. It's on Netflix.
Oh my gosh, it's changed the way you look at the song now. Doesn't it?
I mean, I've always loved this song, but when I saw the challenges, and the one thing I got to tell you, I never imagined that Michael Jackson was such a good writer.
Yeah, and Lionel Richie too. They both wrote.
Right, yeah. But Michael Jackson had a huge impact on a lot of what that song was about. I mean, he was staying there while Lionel Richie was hosting the Grammys.
Yep.
He was. I mean, the guy was working around the clock.
That was going on too. Can you imagine? He's hosting the Grammys, doing this all.
So Michael's trying to finish the song while he's doing that.
Amazing.
All the stars in one room. That was amazing.
And it was amazing is that I think there was a sign when they walked in, check your egos in at the door.
Yeah, I love that. Check your egos at the door. Right. So at the end, Diana Ross is crying. She says, "I don't want to go home. This is so historic. I've never been involved in anything like this in my life." So guess what? This light went off in my head. And I thought, I'm Mr. Entertainment. I got all these entertainers down here in Coronado. I want to recreate this. So Sarah, Brett, and myself might do a video with all the Coronado musicians and recreate that night and put it up on YouTube. Now, the only reason we're waiting is that I have a call in to the people to find out if we do this and if we put it up on YouTube, will it be okay or will they take it down? So if they take it down, then we don't want to do it because, so it would be fabulous if we could do that, wouldn't it? So it'd be like our next little project, the three of us.
That's
well,
great.
The other thing is too, if that doesn't work, we could always do that at the teachers event at the very end.
Yeah, we could.
Have everybody on stage.
Yeah, we could.
That'd be great.
Well, we got to incorporate some recreation.
That would be powerful.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
You might make John Lennon song "Imagine" and blush because that song.
That's a great idea.
That'd be
that could be party entertainment. You get the people who are coming to each play a different part.
Yeah,
I think that's great.
That'd be powerful.
That would be really good.
And the sound.
So who's Attorney King going to play?
He could play Lionel Richie.
Okay.
That's funny.
All
I know he likes Commodores.
So what's next is, of course, the Super Bowl the Super Bowl's coming up Sunday. Where are you going to watch it at?
I'm going to be home. Probably my daughter's coming over, and we're going to clean the house.
And watch it.
She's cleaning the
Yeah,
house
we're gonna
for us.
clean. Oh my
And
gosh.
what else? We'll probably eat some chips and stuff before. in between.
Hamburgers, you know.
Hamburgers, hot
There's a
dogs.
party at the Shores. I don't know if I'm going or not. I might have a private, you know.
Who's singing the national anthem? I think it's going to be important.
I heard it was
who is?
What's his name? Can't remember his name.
We'll have to Google it while we're on the air.
See, Madison, see if you could find out who's singing the national anthem,
At
please.
the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
We got all kinds of producers here, folks.
I heard Usher.
Oh, that might be it.
I heard maybe Usher, but he might just be the
Halftime.
halftime entertainment.
So everybody's expecting Taylor Swift to be a secret guest entertainer.
Yeah, or they're saying she's the lucky charm, but you know, I don't know about that. But
I got to tell you, I think who is it?
Yeah, Post Malone and Reba McEntire. Wow.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's
Okay.
something
good.
I just learned.
Yeah, that's
Really
gonna
like
be good. I hope it's, you know how some people when they sing it, they over sing it. Does
Yeah,
that
they
make
oversing it.
sense? They over sing it because they want to play with their voice. I mean, I personally I like, because it's, you know, a lot of military guys are going to be watching this, men and women, and I think for respect, they should sing it the way it's supposed to be sung.
Yeah.
Right?
Not like Roseanne Barr did.
Ah, yeah, that was yeah, no.
And actually, I have something I can share really quick that's off the
Okay,
record since
yeah.
you said that. A couple days ago, her show premiered,
Yeah.
and that show
Right.
Is she back on air?
She's
Didn't
back.
you posted it or something? Didn't you on Facebook? Or
I did.
Yeah.
She did her show, and her ratings were higher than the views that day.
Wow.
Yeah,
She
that's
got more
great.
people watching than people.
I like
watching the video.
Roseanne.
Yeah.
I like Roseanne.
She's making a comeback after all these
Got to give
years,
her credit.
and
She keeps coming back. Yeah.
she does. So her ratings were off the charts.
Remember her husband, Tom Arnold?
Yeah.
He kind of dropped out of sight, right?
Yeah, I
Are
remember,
they still married?
I remember one thing. I was when Sarah and I were having dinner one night with Schwarzenegger and some friends years ago when the show was on, and Arnold was telling a story when because you know he's friends with Tom Arnold, and he looked at Tom Arnold and he says, I played the Terminator, but you married one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she was something, I'll tell you. So the Chiefs are a 2.5-point underdog. You know that?
Really, I heard that they're favored to win, but you're the
No,
under.
2.5-point underdog.
Why?
Las Vegas line right here.
Why is that? Because I think with Mahomes and his experience,
I don't know.
he's one of my favorite quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah.
That's because of Lee Steinberg, but
No question about
Mahomes is a great quarterback, and he's got his head on straight, and he's a good family guy, and he does a lot for the community. And if he wins this Super Bowl, I think that's going to be 3, and it's going to start putting him up there with people like
Oh, yeah.
Montana
Brady.
and Brady, and
Yeah. Definitely. So it's $7 million for a 30-second ad.
Wow. 7 million.
I think it's probably worth it, right?
you couldn't get us a
100
deal.
million people watching.
You couldn't get us a deal for IQ podcast. You know, we're talking, and then we have somebody famous come in between us. It says IQ podcast,
Oh,
something
that'd
like
be
that.
funny.
But you know, you think about it. So even if you spend like $500,000 on this ad and $500,000 on that ad, you only get a couple. You know, it's probably a good deal. $7 million.
Well, I think everybody, that's some people's favorite part of the Super Bowl.
Oh, of course.
They like the commercials.
People who aren't football fans. Yeah.
Yeah, and some people like the entertainment in between. I think the commercials are always interesting.
Oh, I like them.
Yeah. I
Right?
liked them back in the early 90s. The commercials were really
Yeah. The next
different.
day they talk about them. They rate
Mhm.
them. Which one's the best?
Which one's the worst?
Yeah, it's good. It's very, very.
Have
good.
you heard of any of the ones that might be controversial with being a political year?
I don't know. And they usually have political kind of ads, do they?
I don't remember
Well, usually
the
funny
political
things.
stuff. I
Funny
Yeah,
just
there's rumors that there's going to be something political funny that happens in the Super Bowl I've been hearing about, but I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting.
And if
we'll
you think
see.
about it, it could go either way because both people running are funny if you think about it.
Yeah, they're definitely funny. That's for sure.
and I mean, to be fair, I mean they're both interesting and funny at the same time.
Yeah.
So
So what's your prediction on the game? So who are you taking?
I think the Chiefs, and I think they're going to win by 14 points.
I'm taking the Chiefs. Who are you taking, Sarah?
Chiefs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Unanimous.
Yep.
Unanimous Chiefs. I mean, I like San Francisco because they're in California, but I don't know, for some reason.
Mm.
But I got to tell you,
I
I'm
agree.
impressed with the rookie for the 49ers, the quarterback,
Oh, yeah.
because he has the lowest paying salary out of all quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah,
period.
I'm impressed too.
So he was the guy who was not supposed to succeed. He's the guy that kind of snuck in and is just blown it out of the water that nobody ever thought was going to do as well as he has.
I like that part of the story. Yeah.
That's a good story.
So did you realize that LA Clippers are in first place?
No, I did. So let's talk about the Clippers.
Yeah, well, I don't know much about them. I mean, I watch the games in the night sometime, Lakers, Clipper games. I didn't realize they were in first place, but yeah.
We need a basketball team in San Diego.
Yeah, we sure do. Oh my God.
When the Clippers left, I felt really sad.
They were here, folks, in our town, San Diego, but they left us. Just like the Chargers left us.
Well, the Chargers, I have to tell you, I think the Clippers stock portfolio went up with their moving, but for the Chargers, I think it's gone down because that's really hard to compete in that area with all those other teams.
Oh yeah.
I mean, USC is a very popular team. It's not a professional team, but a lot of people will go to those games over the Charger games.
Yeah.
And more fans from other teams go to the Charger games.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. And Kershaw's going back to your favorite team, the Dodgers, the left-handed 35-year-old Kershaw. What do you think?
What is he getting? How much?
I don't know. I didn't hear what he was getting.
Was it a trade?
No, they're just extending him.
Well, I think the Dodgers are Yankeefied. Have you heard that expression before?
No, but that's good.
They have got so many great players, and they've gone out and they've made these deals where they even had like Ohtani hold off on getting his full salary.
That was really
how they were able to pull that off. I have no idea.
That was great.
Were you in on that deal? That sounds like a Larry Delrose deal.
Yeah, that was genius.
Wasn't it? I've never heard of anything like that.
Well, Kansas City signed some guy the other day for $270 million, and they're doing the same thing.
And this guy's stats or numbers are really they're okay, but they're not that great.
Kansas City guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Witt or something's his name. Yeah.
Right.
Kansas City Royals were talking about baseball team.
So if his family's listening, please don't be offended by what I said because I just know that we come from a time where we saw numbers that were
50 homers, 55, 60,
right.
all that.
You know, imagine what Willie Mays would be getting today.
Oh, and all those guys. My buddy Ernie Banks.
Can you imagine the money these guys would make with the careers they had?
Oh, wow. Amazing. All right, so let's talk about a little nutrition. And so Sarah dropped this off to me, gave me your bio, and I didn't know about all this stuff as far as the training.
I don't know if they can see any of that stuff.
No, they can't, but I'm going to read it. So it says that you're a clinical nutritionist.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
I did.
And you're an expert witness and consultant in health, fitness, nutrition, sport equipment, bodily injury, infectious diseases. Oh my God.
Yeah, I've worked on some interesting cases.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Sorry, you didn't put everything in there, did you?
But, again, we want to tell the people where to get a hold of you. So it's at Brett Davis.
I think is the information there?
Yeah, I put it on right now.
Okay, 2020 at yahoo.com. Get the phone number up too?
I don't have the phone number.
Okay, it's 619-734-1507. All right, so give us a good nutrition tip. And Sarah, you give us one too, because you're married to him. So what do we can tell the people that we can?
And you can't tell them about the bad food that I do make you on our off days.
No, but I've just been trying to get more sleep. And I got to tell you, sleep is such an important factor.
No question.
In trying to get healthy, because if you're not sleeping, you're not going to lose weight, or not lose weight the right way. So.
And most everybody, since the invention of the light bulb, we've lost more and more sleep gradually every year to where right now if you throw the iPhone in and the blue light, people are getting less sleep. And the blue light affects sleep.
Absolutely.
You don't get the same REM.
I think I was getting about maybe 4 hours a night.
That's terrible.
Terrible. And then I wore the watch, and it said I was like 2.5 hours of REM.
That's terrible.
A night. I was shocked.
It affects your voice, your neck, your
absolutely.
Everything. Yeah. So I got a couple things I want to mention, and then you guys give remarks to what these ideas are. It says, get out of your chair every 30 minutes and bend and stretch sideways. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about this one? I never heard this one. Tell me if you did. Clap 50 times and move your fingers 40 times a few times a day.
I've never heard that one.
Well, you know what? I think that stimulates.
It's really good.
Absolutely.
I know when I'm falling asleep doing things at night, I do stuff like that.
That's really good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How about this one? Cover your eyes when not working with a black handkerchief. So just go into the dark. Cover your eyes.
So share with the audience what your daughter, stepdaughter got you.
Yeah, she got me. Her and her husband got me a little the eye mask, the black one.
Yeah.
Yeah. because they found out that I wasn't sleeping much. So they got
That's
it for me. And
great.
guess what? Oh my gosh. The first night I had it on, I slept for 7 hours straight.
Oh my goodness.
So there's something
Couldn't
to say
believe
about
it.
that.
It was a
Something-
little bit weighted, you know.
Does it have a
so-
gel in it?
Not a gel.
Sandy, my wife's got one.
Yeah,
got
it
one.
works really
It
good.
works. All right. How about clean your tongue with a water pick?
That's what you do.
Yeah, that's a good.
You
one,
got a
right?
water pick.
Yeah, it's a good
And
water.
Well,
that's
actually, because of
great.
you, that's what I got them for Christmas was a water pick.
Water picks are the
He
best.
did. He bought us water picks for Christmas.
And then this is the last one. They said write with the opposite hand that you use. So if I'm right-handed, write left-handed during the day. I wonder what that does. Help
It
your
works a
mind
different
do it?
part of the brain.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like exercising. It would be like exercising if you just use one arm only.
Yeah.
You gotta have balance. So it's working another side of the brain. So I think things like that. I think my biggest thing now, what I think about now is because there's so much dementia and so much Alzheimer's going on, that trying to even drive home differently some days, sometimes
different. Yeah.
maybe in a different car.
They used to say a good real estate guy never takes the same route.
No,
I heard it. I
But
heard
that's
that.
just a good business person. You want to see different things.
Yeah, yeah. They say drive different
Yeah,
you know,
that's
at
really
different
that's a
times.
good one, Brett.
so all those things make a difference. It's not just about the body; it's about the mind, especially the mind.
Yeah, definitely.
And food. We need to eat more fresh foods.
Yeah.
I mean, more vegetables, more plants, more fruits, more vegetables, more berries, things like that. Less meat, more fish, more chicken.
Yeah, I agree. So we're going to a party for a farewell party for one of our friends who's moving out of town.
Yes.
So we're off
how
to the party,
sad.
the three of us.
Yeah.
So we want to say goodbye to everybody. Just kind of join us on Thursdays. We want to make it too long because, everybody's time is valuable. So I want to sign off and say, if you can, and you're looking for something to keep you occupied, buy Directions to a Happy Life, my book by Larry Delrose. Give him some great thought and heartwarming thing on the way out, Brett.
Well,
Remember-
before you go off, let's talk about voting for you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, right.
Okay.
Yeah, for the Republican candidate, Central Committee.
So that's good. That's good. So I forgot that I was running for office because I have so many other things going on. I am on the ballot. It's kind of weird seeing your name on a ballot. The reason I decided to get involved was because I think there's too much separation between the parties. And I think there needs to be more working together,
Definitely.
So that's one of the reasons I'm getting involved. And we're looking for candidates. The Central Committee is what I'm running for. To me, it's like a human resource position. Behind the scenes, trying to find good candidates
Wonderful.
that have the good word and are smart and that can really make changes in their cities and are not just winning a seat and forgetting about why they ran.
That's very good.
So I think that's what that's all about for me is and I care about Coronado, I care about Chula Vista, I care about San Diego.
You sure do.
You got my vote.
Yeah, you got mine.
Thank you.
All right. So sign off for us.
So everybody remember that it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And sometimes just opening the door for somebody or letting them drive in front of you or helping somebody at the market that maybe is struggling with groceries, just do the right thing. Do something nice for somebody and nobody has to know about it and just keep it to yourself and let's just start doing nice things for everybody.
I agree. It's contagious. Good night, everyone. Sleep well, like Sarah says. Try to get some good sleep tonight.
Everybody take care.
See you next week.